wrestling fans, it is officially time for the Kraken's AEW All In London prediction video. Hope you all have had a fantastic day. Hope you had a great morning, evening, afternoon. Depends on when you see this. As always, just remember, hit that subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can stay update with all wrestling and sports content. With that being said, we're going to just jump right into this here. All In London 0 hour Sunday, August 25th. We have Willow Nightingale and Ishii going up against Chris Statlander and Stokely Cataway. One I do believe could have been shifted more towards a main roster on the main card. Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander have had great matches on Dynamite and throughout Collision and Rampage. Not sure why we are still holding them just to a 0 hour. Don't know if Willow Nightingale is not able to defend her title at the moment. That's why they done this as a mixed tag style match. But either way, I'm going to take this one and give Willow Nightingale and Ishii the win for Chris Statlander and Stokely. Going into our main card of the night, you have the AEW London ladder match to start off the main card with the Bang Bang Gang, the Patriarchy, and the House of Black. And there will be a fourth team added into this that will be decided on Collision. Now, with that being said, you do have Pac, Claudio, and Yuta versus another team. I'm not exactly sure who they're going to be. I could see Pac, Claudio, and Yuta being added to this, but I don't really think they're going to have much of anything going on when it comes to the outcome of this one. I hate to say that. We know Yuta's got stuff going on. We know Claudio just got a good match on Dynamite, and then we know Pac has title matches all lined up. So I'm not going to count them as a big factor here. I think the Patriarchy might have some things go south for them in this match. Bang Bang's looking to get their titles back. We could possibly see Jay White come back here. I'm going to give this one, it's going to come down to the House of Black and the Patriarchy. And I think, and my chat also tonight said some crazy stuff I think is very possible. Heel switch could turn on Jericho. And if he does make that turn, I do give the House of Black win. If he doesn't, I think the Patriarchy will somehow find a way to win this one, be the dominant team walking out of AEW All In. Now, our first singles title match of the night will be the FTW Championship. Hook versus the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, for the FTW, or the World Championship, as Jericho calls it. Now, with this match, we know Hook got a fireball to the eye that's taking out everyone around Hook. He has the EVPs throw Taz out of the arena. So a lot of chaotic stuff's been building to this. Tonight, Big Bill took out Hook with a massive choke slam. I think this is where Jericho drops the FTW Championship. I think we see the title go back to Hook. I don't think there would be any reason for this not to be the case. Hook has been on a roller coaster of a career since he started with AEW. They put him under Samoa Joe, which is very smart. Of course, Samoa Joe was taken out by Jericho. So, FTW champion will be Hook coming out of AEW All In London. Then we got the triple threat match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. You got FTR. You got the Young Bucks. You got the Acclaimed. Now in this one, we have seen all three of these in the ring at the same time. We've seen FTR and the Acclaimed. We've seen the Acclaimed and the Bucks. We've seen the Bucks and FTR. All of them have been in a feud for quite some time. And the only team that has not been pinned by either team is the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed has Billy Gunn in their corner as always. But yet again, the EVPs always have something up their sleeve. Okada, the scapegoat. Somebody is always there to help them. I think tonight on AEW Dynamite, we see that the numbers game really doesn't matter. At All In London, we're going to see this also be a factor. The numbers game won't be there. factors won't play into their favor. I think they dropped the titles here. Now, who do they drop them to? I think the FTR, they've had the titles. I think they are about at the end of the run. So, with that being said, I'm going to give the titles to the Acclaimed. They will be, from what I understand, the third tag team champion holder walking out of All In. Then we got the Casino Gauntlet match. We know in this match we do have Orange Cassidy. I think Kyle O'Reilly was in it. I think Briscoe's in it. Hangman Adam Page. Other than that, we don't know the rest of the competitors. I'm not sure how many people is actually going to be in this match. Could be anywhere from 6 to 10. Now we know first pinfall, from what I understand, wins it, so not all competitors could enter the match. I think that's kind of wild and crazy. I think this one will be the one we don't have a true winner on until we see who's all in the field. But the way they've been building Orange Cassidy, it would make sense. Yet again, Hangman Adam Page is on a relentless tear to get back into the title picture, to take it away from Swerve. If I had to take any odds, I would vote on Hangman Adam Page to win the Casino Gauntlet. Then we got the coffin match for the TNT Champion. Jack Perry going up against Darby Allin. Now with this one, we have seen Darby set Jack Perry on fire with a flamethrower. We have seen him almost catch him on fire at Blood and Guts. I think a coffin match for this was the best option we could have been looking at. These two are going to leave one another in a mess inside of Wembley Stadium. I don't know if the winner will be able to walk out. Yet again, Scapegoat does got the EVPs and Okada. Darby is by himself. There has been rumors that Darby is going to try to have some help. We don't know who yet. Of course, his last person of help was Sting, so I don't think we're going to see that again. In all honesty, I do not see Darby winning this match. I think Darby's undefeated coffin match record will become no longer undefeated. He will lose, and your TNT champion walking out of All In will be Jack Perry. Very controversial match. You have AEW International Champion MJF going up against Will Ospreay. Now, with this, I'm not sure exactly who I want to win this one. MJF has been a great heel since he came back. He's taken out Garcia. He's on the verge of taking out everyone that has came in while he was in. With that being said, Will Ospreay is there to prove that it does not matter. MJF is not the face of AEW anymore. He is. We heard a great promo from both of them tonight on Dynamite to build the match, and we've seen the ring get used yet again. This is how he won the title originally. With all that being said, with Will Ospreay having the fans behind him, this being basically a home field advantage, I'm going to give it to MJF to upset the field and walk out as your AEW International Champion. Of course, as always, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us and watching this far. If you do like the content, hit that like with your friends and families and all of your wrestling and sports fans. And also hit that subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can stay up to date with all the wrestling content and sports that we have coming out for you. Next match we have on the card is the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné, going up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Britt Baker came back at Forbidden Door, and we automatically knew this was going to be a big rivalry between these two, just on the simple fact they both want to be the face of the women's division. Britt Baker made it very clear tonight that she knows of facing money, that she wants to face the Mercedes Moné that made it to where the women's division around the world is what it is today. She even mentioned that Mercedes Moné is one of 4 when she is a one of 1. So she is wanting to see the ruthless side of Mercedes Moné that started the wrestling business. And I don't know if we're going to get that. I think Mercedes Moné is going to rely on Camille to really be the game changer in this match. And that's where it's going to come back and really not work in her favor. I think Britt Baker, the DMD, is going to show out. She will be the TBS champion at All In. Now, we do have the AEW Women's World Championship match. Two friends become enemies due to an attack in the Owen Hart Foundation finals. Toni Storm versus Mariah May. We do know that Mariah May had planned to turn on Toni Storm for a while. When it finally happened in a gruesome fashion, Timeless Toni Storm is wanting her revenge. She's also wanting to keep her title. Unfortunately, I think this is the point where we give Mariah May the heel run and she beats Timeless Toni Storm. We get a character change. I remember Toni Storm used to be like the rebel. She used to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and now she's stuck in this like 50s movie style. It's very odd. It's worked for a while, but I think it's time for a change. And I think that happens when she drops the AEW Women's World Championship to Mariah May. Now, the main event of the evening, the AEW World Championship career on the line match. Swerve Strickland, your champion, goes up against Bryan Danielson. Bryan said that he is going to fight until he cannot get off the mat, prove that he still has what it takes to win the championship, and he is determined to win the championship. Swerve has said that he is going to guarantee that Bryan will never be able to feel the itch to get back inside the ring. Swerve basically is wanting the torch to be passed to him. I don't think that's what we're going to see happen here. I think Bryan is going to fight until he can no longer fight anymore. I think he is going to give it his all. But I do not think this is a passing of the torch moment. I think this is Bryan Danielson wrestling with no contract in a big main event match. And Swerve Strickland will walk out as your AEW World Champion, upsetting Bryan Danielson in his last match, but also being okay with it because he's ready to be done. I think that's a great idea. His neck needs another surgery. Wanting to home and be a family man. That's cool. He's had a great run, great career all over the world, and what he's done for professional wrestling. Swerve Strickland will walk out AEW All In London, the world champion. With that being said, that is our picks, predictions for AEW All In London. Cannot wait to see how it all unfolds. We know there's going to be surprises. There's going to be moments that we didn't see coming. But of course, as always, down below, let us know in the comments who you think's going to win and what outcomes you hope to see. That being said, hope you have a great day, and we are over.